Recently, Dr. Umar Johnson appeared on the Daily Wrap-Up Crew, and shout out to the Daily Wrap-Up Crew podcast. They are excellent young brothers that are doing a thing, and it was a great interview. It has sparked a conversation. I ain't gonna say controversy. I'm gonna say a conversation about the responsibilities of black men in dealing with black women. And I'm not gonna go for word, and you can go, watch that interview right there. But he spoke about, Dr. Umar Johnson, about how the black woman has a right to be mad at the black man, and the fact that black men are responsible for black women's masculinity. Well, he also said, I'm not going to leave out, that black men are responsible for the poor selections of black men out there for black women. Like, if there's a Pook and a Ray Ray out there, we shouldn't have that. We shouldn't have that representing any black man. And the fact that black men are not raising their children is the reason why we're at fault. Now, I will admit there are a lot of men that do not participate in raising their kids, but there are a lot of men that are not allowed to as well. And we know this to be a fact. Not to even speak on that is, I feel like it's a little irresponsible, because you got to cover all bases. If you're going to make a statement like that, then say, okay, some of these men are not correct, but also black men account for more fathers being in their children's lives than any other race of men. So would that explain why other races of women are not as masculine towards their men, or what are they to blame for? And I understand it's a quote unquote black topic, so you shouldn't introduce any other information. And I'm not deflecting. I'm trying to understand how are we completely at fault for another person's behavior when we have to be accountable for our own behavior, and we can't blame nobody, but we can get blamed for another person's behavior and the way they act out here in public and carry themselves. But we got to be accountable for our own too. I mean, I'm just saying, how much more blame do you want us to carry? I mean, a black man has been trying to fight just to be a man in the West since slavery. We've been boys for years. And I mean, the time that we were men, we died for that. Also, before mass incarceration, before welfare, before civil rights. So when that all came about, afterwards, we're to blame for all of that. And as a race, when black people were the most married, before all those things happened, we were the most married. But now the fact that women have more options than to just pick a man to marry to take care of themselves, we are the fault for that as well. And in most cases, we're not even looked at as a high candidate or option. It's only the 1% of us that even meets that ratio. As a man, we need to be responsible for ourselves. We need to be the best version of ourselves. We need to produce the best option out there available for us by being the best candidate for it. Completely agree. But you're not going to blame me for the actions of another person when I can't blame nobody for the actions of mine. Because if I claim to be a grown ass man, then I have to be grown ass man, take accountable for everything that I have done. But ain't nothing grown about taking accountability about what somebody else has done, and you sitting back and waiting for them to take accountability for what? And why would they if I'm here taking accountability for them? Now, that's not responsible. I'll be responsible for every bad product of the black man out here, with no blame to nobody else except self. But you ain't going to blame me for somebody else's either. It's not right.